Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? All right. Let's get into it. Hope y'all having a great morning to start off, and we're about to get off into it. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Okay. The SPY. SPY is gapping up. They are trying to go get all-time highs. They are trying their best. All right, let's go on the daily and let's see how high we can get. Let's try this out. Question is, will they continue the 2-2 up? Will they break the high of yesterday? That's going to be the question. Pre-market right now, they have not did it all the way. So let's see. Let's make sure we got the. Okay, we got the comments on. Okay, all right, bet. Okay. So let's look at the pre-market levels. Let's mark the pre-market high and pre-market low. Let's go to extended hours. Okay. Boom. 774.94. Okay. Pre-market low. All right, let's go ahead and do it for the Qs while we already in the extended hours. Regular hours. All right, let's try out the daily levels. Let's bring in the ATR, average true range. Okay. Yeah, we're still not really, the market's not really breaking down. Maybe we just got to wait for the data to come out later this week. I think we got PPI. But right now the market is still, still seeming to try to push up. Don't mean we can't sell off today. Don't mean that, this market is very it can be to where, like, the news can come out and who knows. But we're gonna try. We'll see. Let's get our ranges. So we had a close yesterday on the SPY at. Let me write this down right here. Give me the pen. Okay, SPY close yesterday on this candle at 7.73 with an ATR of $8.48. So now we're gonna add that, and then we're gonna subtract that to get our levels. So 7.73, 3 cents plus $8.48. All right, so we can get as high as $781. $781.51. And that's the average range, the daily range. We can get as high as there. So still giving us a range that we can go and hit all-time highs today. It's very, very possible on SP 500. So let's do this subtraction. 7.73, 3 cents. Subtract $8.48. Okay. So we can get as low as 7.74. Oh, I was right on the money. At 55 cents. Boom. Okay. So now we got a 2 up, which gives us a put entry, an actionable signal to the downside. So just in case the market starts to pull, we have a put entry right here. And then the target lows will be the price target on a daily. Let's clone that. Boom. So everything inside this range, these are the next target lows just in case they start to pull. All right. 4 hour, we're already breaking above it, but we have an inside candle on the 4 hour, which gives us the actionable signal for the calls and the puts. All right. So this is another low right here we can shoot for on the 4 hour. 4 hour PT. This is a target too as well, but the put entry is right there already at the daily. So if you enter off the 4 hour for puts, you can try to target this next low right there at 771, which is the daily put entry. So that's another level that you can shoot for. The next low, next candle low right there. PT 4 hour. Okay. And to the upside, if it goes to the upside, boom, you got this as a high. Clone that. Boom. So these are targets along the way that you can shoot for. Okay, 1 hour time frame. We have what was it? Looked like a 2 down. No, it fell 2 up. But they're already gapping above that. So, that's it. These are our levels. These are the levels for SPY today. And just in case you want to draw some lines on a 1 hour, they're still holding this trend line right here. Let's draw it with this one. They're still holding that. And then you have a high right here, and then you have a lower high right here. And this is the next level of resistance that can knock it back down. So these two lines right here. All right. So I'm gonna delete that, but just showing you the right here we have support, support, and it's bouncing off right now. So, and then you have another trend line right here. Highs, highs. So you're still just hanging out right here in this little zone. This is a zone that we're bouncing in short term. But these are my levels. It's my level for the Q, for the SPYs, and then let's go over the Qs. Let's go to the daily. Let's do the math for the daily. And they had a fill 2 up on the daily. Look like they're trying to negate that and go higher because I still have this downtrend line that they're trying to break above on the Q. So it looks like it wants to break out for sure. But okay, let's take that out. Let's just do our levels. So we had a close yesterday at 720 and 87 cents with an ATR. Oh, let's turn this back on so I can get the ATR. $14.18. So let's do the math. 720, 87 cents plus $14.18. All right. So we can get as high as 735 and 5 cents. Okay. So that still doesn't give a range of all-time highs, but it can go outside of this too. This is just an average off the daily, mixed up with the daily close the ATR of that candle. It's always based off the last candle close is how I do it. $14. All right, we can get as low as 706. 706. 69 cents. Boom, boom. All right. So right now, this thing is right at the pre-market low. I'm gonna go right up underneath it. So we got to put entry on the daily. Got a 2 up. And then you got the next kind of low. It's the daily price target that I'll be shooting for just in case if it gets bearish. Same thing down here, the next kind of low. And the next one right up underneath it. Boom. Okay, we got it inside. Well, no, it's gonna look like it's a 2 down. Yeah, 2 down. So we got a call entry on the 4-hour. We're already gapping above it. And the next target high, next candle high is right there. 4-hour PT. Boom. And then if it keeps going, boom. All right. So we have the levels right here. All right. So you have this right here is a high, lower high. Can it break above this downtrend line right here? And then you have this right here, low support. It's kind of tight right there. So it's been holding this support line, came outside of a little bit, support, and now I'm starting to try to break back through that upside of that trend line. Okay, so that's the level for the SPY and Qs. Let me see if y'all saying anything in the comments. Okay, nobody's saying anything in the comments. Okay. All right. Let's go to the ES. See what we got. We got the pre-market low. And we got the pre-market high. All right, so we have been holding this trend. It pulled back and it's trying to get a little higher. So this right here is a level of support. That's a level of support. And it's gonna go to the settings and extend left. Okay. Question would be, will we get above this zone right here? Will we get above this zone? This is a little support zone as well. This little box. 4 hour, zoom out. Yep. So you got resistance, 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 broke above. And so we don't have nothing else to the left, but let's mark this just to do so. This was a support level, support, came outside of it, came back in, support. That's a good job. That's a good level. Eventually we'll come back down to this one right here. Right now they still just extended, trying to, go a little bit higher, kind of feels like. So that 7640 zone, that box, that zone, that's definitely a zone. So this is a zone too, since this is a pullback low and they bounced off of this. So I made this as a zone, 7735. And then so now we're gonna see, I have these price targets that they trying to hit. I got these all marked as potential price targets that they can hit to the upside. Will they do it today? Not sure. Not sure. Pre-market low and high, so they've been holding this trend. See if they can continue to hold this. Let's bring in the VWAP. Okay, been kind of in and out the VWAP throughout the night. Went up, they went down, went back up, so it's causing us to be up pre-market. But yeah, this is what we got on here. Okay, let's see what we can find on some other stocks. Let's look at Tesla. How did Tesla close yesterday? Inside day. So, okay. Tesla got this gap they need to come fill to the upside. I'm expecting them to come do that at some point. Tesla's off a nice little dip. I like that. Google. Google had a fill 2 down on the daily, but they're a little bit down pre-market. Okay, Microsoft is still just floating up here. It's this straight up move. Yeah, this is pretty straight up. I don't expect them to keep this up. I think they'll pull back at some point. It's pretty steep. This was the downtrend line right here. They eventually broke that, ended up going to the upside. So I expect them to break this, coming back down to fill some of this gap to the downside. This is a gap right here. There's a gap, and then you have another gap right underneath it. The market likes to fill gaps. They might not fill it all at the same time, but they can come back down here, support, and then start to go higher. NVIDIA, what are you doing? All right, so NVIDIA had a 2 down on the day. NVIDIA's up pre-market, a few dollars. And NVIDIA bounced off of, they're bouncing off of this daily gap right here. So they bouncing, and now they up pre-market. So will they go like this and go higher? We will see. Alrighty. But I am bullish overall on NVIDIA. This was a resistance line. It had break, retest, and now it look like they're trying to go higher. Yeah, I got a 241 price target, and I got a 252 price target as well on NVIDIA. to the upside over the next couple of weeks. I think that's what's going to help the market get to all-time highs as well. Meta had a filter up on the day, so they can pull back a little bit. Yeah, I'm bullish on Apple. AMD. Just waiting for AMD to get its act together and see if they're going to go higher. This downtrend line. This is a low. It's still just bouncing inside of here. They're just playing around. Will they break out or they resist and come back down? There's a gap fill down here. Daily gap fill. So who knows? They can come down here a little bit more and then bounce to go higher. But it's there. Markets love to fill gaps. SanDisk. They have these gap fills. They need to go back to the upside. This is a downtrend line. I expect them to come fill this gap to the upside right here, and right here. So I'm expecting a big move at some point with them. Same thing with MU. Downtrend line. I'm expecting them to break out at some point. Back to the upside. Got a gap fill. They need to come fill this gap right there. Here's another gap fill. Fair value gap. So will they break out? We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Well, that is the pre-market analysis. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Let's see, what time is it? Let's in the comments, give me the first person to type in the ticker. I'll look at that ticker real quick. Give me a ticker you want me to look up. I got like 6 viewers on here. Microsoft. All right, bet. So let me get the levels for Microsoft. Okay, we got to close at 506. 6 cents with an ATR of $15.67. All right, let's do the math on that. 506, 6 cents plus $15.67. Okay, we can get as high as 521 today. 521.73. Boom. All right, 506. Let's track. All right, we can get as low as 490. So 490 and 39 cents. That's the range. And they have some gaps to the downside I need to fill. It's just a nice little straight up move. Ooh, this would have been nice. July 26th, you was down here at 379, 377, and it came all the way up here to 513. Microsoft be moving. Woo. Man, month out contracts on those would have been crazy. Man, damn, that was nice. Okay, let's get these daily levels. All right, we got a 2 up. 2 up, so that's a put entry for the downside right here if they decide to trigger it. So put entry will be at 502 and 34 cents. And then you have the next candle low right there. All right, so this next target is outside of that range, so I'm not going to chart that. Let's go to the 4-hour. Inside candle on the 4-hour. Got a call entry right here, just in case they want to push up to the upside. And then you got a price target right there at 513 for our price target to the upside. Put entry right here on the 4-hour. These next candle lows will be right here at 498 and 70 cents. There's some highs over here on the left. All right, these are the next candle highs. 513, 515, 518. Those are 4-hour price targets to the upside. All right. Let's do the pre-market high, pre-market low on this. Okay. Okay, boom. These are your levels. And so right here, already off the bat, this has a nice little, let's see, higher high, higher low, higher high, low. It kind of broke structure, but got back above it. So you can do it like this. Let's see. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Same. Did a higher high? But it broke right here. High low, higher low. Higher low. Will it come back here to make a higher high? If they break this trend line to the downside, you have all these lows you connect. This is why this is important. I know this can feel like, oh man, there's a lot of lines on the screen, but look, you can just turn them off, turn them on, take them off just like that. Use the support levels. And if it breaks, you know, okay, bet we broke this, put entry, you can try to take out these lows right here to the downside. If they go calls, you can come up here and try to take out these price targets. And this will give you a resistance line at the top right here. This is all it's doing is just in this box on the 10-minute time frame. You just intraday in this. That's all it's doing. All right. You have to build a case, all right? Build a case to see if it's breakdown, you know, right? You know. I hope that helped. Yeah. Oh, MicroStrategy. Okay. I'm tripping. MicroStrategy. MSTR. I'm tripping. I said I read that wrong. MSTR. All right, it got to close at $97.33 with ATR $6.25. Okay, $97.33. Yeah, when I got off of the screen, I couldn't see the comments no more, so that's why I kept going. You can get as high as 103.58. All right, $97.33, subtract $6.25. They can get as low as $91. $91.08. All right, so you have a 2 down, which is a call entry back to the upside on a daily. That next daily price target is outside their range, but we'll mark it anyway, just in case they explode out of there. We got a failed 2 down on the 4 hour, which gives us a call entry back to the upside on the 4 hour. So it's already marked as this next high. So you can aim for this as a price target. So you could take it from $97 to $100. All right, you got a fail 2 up on the hour, which gives you a put entry on the hour. Then your next target to the downside would be all of these. You got a ton of them. Next low. Next kind of low. Yep. That's your target to the downside. That's your pre-market low. So these are your levels for MicroStrategy. Boom. Yep. All right, man. I am up out of here, man. About to log on with my class. I appreciate y'all stopping by. And y'all have a great day. Good luck trading. See y'all out there. If y'all looking to join the group, please join. Just click the link in the Discord. It's called SPX Blueprint. And I'm about to log in with them. See y'all later. Peace.